Michelle will be using subdomains to solve the censorship issues. This may appear to be quite complicated for those who never played around with website creation, but in reality, it is very simple. But it does make it harder for users to access information, which in the end will affect traffic. Therefore, since we live in a time when humans want everything to go faster and faster and faster, Empower.world will not be able to compete with the top 10 social media platforms. Anyway, that's the price one has to pay to achieve world peace.
So what is a subdomain and why is it the solution to big tech control? And now I really mean government control, but it's also big tech control because there's only a few major platforms right now. There's Facebook, Twitter, Gab, True Social. Let me think. There's Rumble. There's BitChute. And I'm gonna have to compete with those, which is not, like I don't think BitChute is considered big tech, but Twitter and Facebook, True Social and Rumble I think is considered like big tech. So I have to compete against like big machines. And the only way I think I can compete with them is using subdomains because again, I want to provide only positive content, and that can only be done using subdomains. I don't see any other way it could be done. So what's a subdomain? A subdomain is only a word that I add in front of my main website address. So if you go in the address bar right now, my site is inpower.world. And if you want to have an example, I'll give you an example of a site I'm working on right now, but don't do anything on that site. I'm still working on it. It's not finished yet. I don't have the time to work on it. But it's going to give you an example of what can be done. So if you go to movers.inpower.world, movers.empower.world, you will see what a subdomain is. It's a site that's on my domain, and it's not my domain. So what I mean by that is you go to that website and you don't feel like you're on empower.world. You feel like you're on a completely other different site. So that's a subdomain. In a sense, it's not much different than a page on a website. Pretty much the same. The page you see right now, if you go to empower.world, is when I bought the platform and I wanted to play with the design, that's what I came up with. So it's just to show people what can be done. You're not gonna see that in the future because, like I said, I want my site to be completely positive, so I don't want anything negative on there. So right now, if you go to empower.world, you're gonna see like a video about Japan attacking Pearl Harbor, and that's history and it's important. And that's why I'm going to use subdomain. I'm going to put it on a subdomain. But I mean, if you watch, things about war, then you're not going to feel too good. It's important to learn, but, I don't want the eyeballs to see too much negative there. So in my view, it's negative. I want people to see better stuff than that. But the design of what can be done, so if you go, you're going to say, well, this doesn't look like Facebook at all. While it is an exact copy, so you can see what can be done there. So my idea was the page you see right now it would be the first subdomain. There would be many levels. So there would be The one you see right now when you go to empower.world would be censored a little bit. And then you'd have a third subdomain, which let's say I'll use percentage. Like one will be censored 25%, one 50%, one 75%, and one, which is my main one, would be censored 100%. And maybe one subdomain not censored at all, but that would be like a deep subdomain. And since people would have to look for that information, like I don't think it would bother people anyway. Right now, people are going on the dark web, to find information, and nobody goes there. I don't even know what the dark web is. I don't even know how to get there. So it's going to be like a bit of the same thing, but it's still going to be on my domain. I think that in the future, influencers are going to be forced to work with governments. Like, I don't see any way out of this really. We'll see with time what happens there.